Hey guys, what's up? Another busy day working from home, and here's what I wanted to talk to you about today. 2 weeks ago, I shared with you that I was at the UX Salon, a design conference, and kind of had a debate with Mike Monteiro where he was promoting the idea that designers should be licensed.
But you've been to a doctor before.
In general,
Were they licensed to practice medicine?
yes,
Would you go to somebody who wasn't licensed to practice medicine?
probably not.
But yet you let people who aren't licensed to practice design, which was all fine and good when we were just making little websites.
Now, I didn't really feel comfortable with this argument, but I didn't have a good response. I don't know, maybe it was the crowds clapping, or maybe it was that I had a bit too much whiskey in earlier debates, but the fact is that I didn't know what to say, and I was just kind of accepting it. So it's been 2 weeks since, and I've been constantly thinking about it and trying to, bring my thoughts together into why I don't accept this argument and I don't think that designers should be licensed. Look, it's not the first time that I hear somebody's comparing design work to doctor's work, and usually it's people who are pissed off at clients who are arguing with them, and they're like, if your doctor told you that you need a surgery, then you wouldn't argue with him, right? And we love to think that our job is, life-saving as a doctor's is. And don't get me wrong, I think design is super important. Of course, I'm a designer, so I think it's the most important thing in the world. But I really try to make a distinction and, stay in touch with reality to know that when I design a brand identity, a logo, when I design a band's poster, or even when I design an app, I don't have the risk of killing my client. So yes, some of the product we work on have the capacity to risk people's life. If, for example, you're working on, self-driving cars. But let me give you a personal example. Last year, I was working with a really super interesting startup company called Healthy.io. They developed an iPhone app that allows you to take some medical exams home instead of going to the lab. So the app I designed has to go through FDA approval before it can be marketed because it has, risk on people's life. It's dealing with health. So it's not like me, Ron, I have to be a licensed designer to be able to develop an iPhone app or design an iPhone app. But the company, the product itself, if it's in a life-threatening area and industry like health, for example, then it has to pass all the regulations like FDA and like whatnot. And the designer who will design the self-driving car, just like people design cars these days, have to pass the transportation regulation. It's got nothing to do with licensing the designer itself. If you are designing a life-risking product, then the product has to be licensed. I honestly think that currently we're in a point in history where we need so many more designers, good designers, and putting a license and putting, entry gateways to, stop designers from getting into the industry is not what's going to, help the industry. Yes, we need to find a way to make sure that everybody's up to a standard. We need to help people who can't afford, great education and mentoring find a way to improve their quality. But I think that, putting gateways to the industry is not what's going to help solve the problem of not having enough good designers, and it's not going to help promote innovation and creativity. Because the truth is that creative people, designers, developers, entrepreneurs, are not people who are going to be licensed. They are people who break the rules. I don't think that Steve Jobs would get a license, or Mark Zuckerberg would get a license, or the people who develop Snapchat. They might be kids who have no respect for the rules, and that's fine because that's what innovation needs to create new stuff. And yes, unfortunately, there are going to be sad times when design fails and our products are not good enough and things can happen, like, on Facebook bullying, or when the parents discover that their daughter is lesbian, and that's horrible, and designers should try to improve their products so much. And actually, I've been to a talk by the Facebook, I don't know how their team is called, Facebook security or Facebook, I don't know what, but they're kind of like the Facebook police department. They're really working hard and making effort to improve the product, but you can't, they'll never have the first version perfect, and it doesn't matter if, you know, the designers are licensed or unlicensed. We're always going to make mistakes as designers. We should always aim to improve, but it's got nothing to do with licensing. Licensing is not going to solve our mistakes as designers, and it's got nothing to do with it. Anyway, that's my opinion about that. I'd love to hear what you think. You can put in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Gotta go pack now. I'm going to Copenhagen tonight. I'll be meeting super talented designers, and you better watch those upcoming vlogs. It's going to be amazing. Anyway, I did a little list of, actually it's a huge list of all the photography equipment I need, and I don't think it's going to be fit in my bag, so I'm gonna try to look for or buy a new bag that's going to fit my photography equipment. Well, went to get myself a new bag and ended up getting a new tripod as well. But I think this bag is gonna be really good. It's kind of like fully equipped for like the DSLR and all the lenses. So now I feel quite equipped for a great trip. I'll see you at the airport. Catch you guys tomorrow.